was once my youth pastor, he shared with me a poem called I Thought You Were My Friend. And it was written from a perspective of a non-Christian who had passed away. And she was asking, why did you not share with me the gospel to her supposedly best Christian friend? At that point of time, I felt that my heartstrings were really tugging. And that was where I started searching for outreach materials that could possibly help with my journey. Whenever I have a casual meal, right, I'm sure you guys relate as well. There will be a time where y'all will be talking about challenges of life. And that's where you can actually share. What I usually do is that I'll say something like, okay, so what keeps you going in life? And that naturally leads to them sharing with me their perspective, which I am very, very curious to also listen. And that's where I listen about, for example, their religion or their way of finding their purpose of life through books, etc. After listening to it, that's where they will usually ask me as well, how do I then find my purpose in life, or what keeps me going? That leads me to also share my testimony and share the gospel at the same time. So also during special seasons, I love to write cards and also provide them this very, very specific topical related to the event. So let's say Christmas, Easter. They are really apt materials that Our Daily Bread offers, like this little Christmas one. So I like to slip in the card and give it to someone as like a present. So that's one way to do so, aside from these kinds of day-to-day lunchtime conversations. I always use this acronym called SALT. S is smile. So smiling is really a free gift that you can give anyone, right? And ask. And then listen, and then T for turn. So before we speak, we want to ask and we want to listen before we get the chance to also speak to someone, right? And then turn, to intentionally turn the conversation related to them to Christ as well. There was an Our Daily Bread booth at one of my youth church's events. And immediately when I saw the booth table, I saw a segment of all the outreach materials. And I was like, wow, this is exactly what I was looking for. It was topical, engaging, and it really connected immediately with me. And that was when I was introduced to Our Daily Bread Outreach Partnership, and I started joining them. So I just wanted to encourage everyone that, do not undermine the fact that your little seed that was planted on whichever day is actually significant to the entire process. And when the time comes, do not be afraid of just asking that simple question of, would you like to receive this gift of salvation? And you never know, when the time comes, it will happen.